you here today? I know I am. Why did we do it again? Just 'cause. Hello, everybody. I'm so glad to be here. Thank you for inviting me out to play. Thank you, Kirsten. It was a fabulous intro. Fantastic. I'm going to turn my phone so
I was only slightly flustered.
Oh, okay. No, well, it didn't show. You were amazing.
It's
You
Tigger.
were amazing. Yes, more or less. We're schizophrenic. And so are we. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine.
Well, welcome to Montreal.
Yes.
Have you been to the city before?
I have. I love it up here.
Yeah?
Yeah, my fiance went to McGill. I knew that would get you.
Are you enjoying breaking into a sweat when you're just changing clothes?
You know what? I lived in New Orleans for a long time. I can't imagine it being much more humid than New Orleans. You know, you just throw a grain of barley on the ground and you have a tree the next day. So yeah, it feels good. It feels good. Thank you for inviting us out here to play, and I appreciate it. And I usually start these off with telling people that I started off as a kid. You know, when did you start? When did you know you were going to do this? Well, thank you for asking. I would be the kid in the back of the room doing dolphins or squirrels, depending on which cheek. Oh, they still yeah, I'm talking to you. She would say, Sister Mary Agnes would say, well, we don't have dolphins here in St. Columba, Mr. Cummings. they do now. I was always in plays, and I didn't want to be the little prince. I wanted to be the hermit, or the billy goat under the bridge, or the wizard, or the weirdo, something. And I think it was just sort of kind of like doing research for what I ended up doing here and today, and for many years. I started in '84 was my first job in this field, and I was a drummer and a singer and a Mardi Gras float designer and a deckhand and steel worker and brain surgeon. Oh no, wait, that wasn't me. But this job's better. I like this one much better because I get to hang out with you guys. So hello, thanks for the invite, and I guess what do you think? Should we have
I mean,
questions?
we can talk here for an hour, but this is for you guys, so please, if you have any questions, please don't be shy.
Oh, indeed.
Hello.
This guy's not shy.
Hello, Mr. Cummings.
Mm-hmm.
Hello again, I should say. Considering that many Disney voice actors are almost immortal at this point, I would like to know if you had the chance to, how was it to work with the other voice actors from Disney? Wayne Alpine, Tony Osimo, Bill Farmer, and how was it to work with those people? If you got the chance.
Oh, great! Yeah, gosh, Wayne gave me one of my favorite shirts. It was a size XXL because that's all that they had at the Disney store, and I said thanks, and I put on it was like a pup tent, but it was great. It had Pete, my guy Pete, throwing Donald Duck around and harassing Mickey and insulting Goofy, so it was great. It was just he's everybody's favorite father of the year. Daddy can't miss you if you don't go away. It's great. Some of those people are, God bless them. Wayne's been gone now for a few years, but it was true that Mickey and Minnie were married. Yeah, how about that? And in real life, even I think they got married in Hawaii. I wasn't invited. But yeah, and Bill Farmer's a good buddy of mine. He and I do a lot of cons together, and he was Goofy and I was Pete. And Bill's he's just the greatest guy in the world. I remember one time we went down to the Dorothy Chandler Pavilion, that's gotta be 20 years ago. And he was Goofy and I was Pete, and Darkwing Duck was big then. I guess he still is, but Pooh and Tigger. And it was for special needs kids. And Bill fancied himself a bit of a juggler, Bill Farmer, Goofy. And it was great. The kids, we were sitting up in the second story. It was kind of like a facility like this. We're sitting in the second story behind the smoke glass, and the kids would come down, and they called it the Cartoon Cafe, and they would pick up a phone that had a cartoon character on it, and that's the one that would answer. And we would sit there and we'd say, Well, how you doing there, buddy? It's me, Peter. What are you doing, citizen? Darkwing Duck here. You know, and so that was fun. And Bill decided he was going to regale us with some of his juggling. And I tend to walk around with sticks, you know, for the boring part, other people's lines, you know. And he decided he was going to do some juggling for us. And Dorothy Chandler Pavilion's this really hoity-toity place where things like Phantom of the Opera play and everything. And he's doing this, and he kind of sounds like Goofy anyway, because he's from Pratt, Kansas. And they all sort of talk like this over there. And he kind of sounds like Goofy, you know, when he's just talking. And you know, what you do is you gotta get this over here, and you spinning him up in the air, and he's trying to catch it on his toe, and he slips. Oh! And then he really sounds like Goofy. He grabs a sheet of a backdrop, and it comes down on him. Lucy Taylor, Minnie Mouse. She laughs so hard at certain things that her face folds up and it doesn't look like she's smiling anymore. You know, and I think, are you having fun? Because you're not making the sound. And so yeah, there were a few of those. Yeah, we have some good times. And then one time, Carol Channing, I don't know if you guys remember her. She was a great Broadway actress, you know. She was Grandmama in Addams Family, and then she was also, she did a show, Chippendale's Rescue Rangers. You guys remember Disney? Yeah. Chippendale Rescue Rangers. And here's another test. DuckTales. Woo! Oh, everybody passed. But Carol Channing was there. And they were going to do something that was kind of a takeoff on the African Queen, where Humphrey Bogart and was it Katharine Hepburn, I think, were going down this river in Africa, and they were trying to make it somewhere. But it was going to be Monterey Jack from Chippendale Rescue. They know the fella from there, the guy who likes cheese, you know. And he was going to have this romance with Doggy, and it was going to be called Hello, Doggy. So cute. And so Carol shows up, and she's sitting next to me, you know, like Christmas, and she's got, you know, bangles on. She's just like tambourines around her, you know, with all this jewelry. And she, oh, sweetie, oh, this is wonderful. Let's just do it, you know. And she's jingling, jangling. And the engineer says, Miss Channing, can you take off some of your jewelry? Sorry. And oh, that's all right, sweetie. And she puts that stuff over here. And then she's moving around. She goes, I have to move. I hope you understand. You know, and so she had this thing. I don't know what would it be. I start some kind of crinoline thing, whatever makes a lot of noise. It's not like somebody was folding and unfolding a newspaper, you know, because she wouldn't stop moving, and whatever it was she was wearing. And so he said, gosh. And he comes back out and he tries to mic her from above, and he says, can you stay here and try to knock off the extraneous noise? And he goes, oh God, Miss Channing, I'm so sorry, but I'm really picking up a lot of stuff. She goes, don't worry, sweetie. And she stands up, takes it off. She's wearing a bra and 5 pounds of cotton under each strap here. This is marvelous. Now we can do it. And I'm going, nobody wants to see their grandma. You know, I was like, okay, I'll be over here. You know, so that was a fun one. Not too many of those, though. I'm grateful. I'll think of something later. Anything else? Yeah.
Maybe just a quick follow-up. I thought that many of the voice actors would be immortal, but there's also the character that come with it. I mean, even from Kingdom Hearts 3, you reprised the role for Pete, Pooh Bear, and Tigger, which have been doing this even when they were first introduced in the Disney theme park.
Yeah.
As a voice actor that's been in so many, so many characters that are still recognized today, and even you're still voicing them today.
Mm-hmm.
How does it feel as a voice actor to see that you're just as timeless as just any other voice actor that was before?
I think of it. Feels like it's a privilege to me. You know, it's an honor. I feel like I'm bringing these great traditions to new generations. You know, to new kids, and you know, I've got people 50 years old. I'll tell you what, man, you Bertnair raised me. Oh, good. Hope I didn't mess you up, you know. But it's good stuff, you know. It's a good feeling. When I was coming up, you know, I was 4 years old and I was in the Mickey Mouse Club on TV, not on TV, but I mean, it was on TV when I was there. I was in Ohio. I didn't, you know. And I had a crush on Annette Funicello. I don't know if you guys know her. But she was like a couple years older than me, and I just thought she was, oh my Lord, you know. And so I was, and then Zorro was another one that was on, and then Daniel Boone and Davy Crockett. And I still have my Davy Crockett hat from way back, you know, from the late 50s. So I'm kind of a Disney kid too, you know. And it just feels like a part of the, you know, Americana, as we say, you know, and it just feels like a part of a thing that's bigger than yourself. And it's a privilege, it's an honor, you know. And I don't take myself seriously, but I take the work seriously. So it's a good thing. Thanks.
Thanks.
Yeah,
Thank you so
thank
much.
you.